on, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hard as rock, but light as a feather. To fly, bring a storm and I survive the weather. Make it rain, tell me when I carry it to the leather. Yeah, certified delivery, gotta respect the effort. I'm a diamond, I can handle the pressure. I'm a diamond, I can handle the pressure. I'm a diamond, I can handle the pressure. So you can bring it on, I'm only gonna get better.
Take care of my mother and brothers and do my best to just look out for others. When you with your family, shit never solve. Everything high key, even when you know I'm in trouble. Somehow it always be. I'ma search for a better way. Praying, hoping for a better day. Never quit, never hesitate. It's a will, it's gotta be a way. Working fast on the weekends. Got a second job just to meet ends. Never quit though, I admit that. Times life seem to be in pieces. I had to switch on the plan. Good at the can, created the brand. Invested in self, invested in wealth. Look at me now, I got a few bands. The ones who hate it still working the same. They hate me and tell me they proud of me. No, I'm sorry, not sorry, got nothing to say. Wake up, I feel it. Thank God every morning, still rich, still rich. Open your eyes to the bigger picture. She gon' feel me. Niggas come to my adrenaline. Just rush it out. Trust in Benjamin. Want it bad enough, you'll find a way. If not, it's easy to find your way out. Been running around with a chip on deck, making it happen, not what they expect. They gon' start hating when they see the check. Don't need you to like me, but need your respect. Anyone fake on me, anyone waste on me.
I'm a master. It's all that I know. It's even my soul. It's my passion. I can never let it go. I know the highs and the lows. I know the cons and the pros. Endure through it all. I'm a master. You better know it. Can't help but to show it. I make it look easy, man. Born to be a master. Can't stop and I won't stop. Forever I'll be on top. I can't stop and I won't stop. Keep going till the ball drop. Way before I was formless, it was predestined, I'd be on this. My spirit on fire for higher heights, and I'm reaching with these like an eagle's flight. Had to earn my stripes, had to take some L's. When taken out of my cells, went with the tide and I always prevailed. I stand just living proof. What's for you, it's for you. Don't worry about what the ops do. The higher power will push you through. Never weak, on the contrary. You built to last while they temporary. When you succeed and they ask you how it's done, it's cause you're a master. They ask how I do it, how I'm stronger and faster. The only answer I know to give, I was born a master. Destined to achieve, they scream from the rafters. Rafters, rafters, they know I'm a master. It's all that I know, it's even my soul. It's my passion, I can never let it go. I know the highs and the lows, I know the cons and the pros. Endure through it all. I'm a master, you better know it. Can't help but to show it. I make it look easy, man. Born to be a master. Can't stop and I won't stop. Forever I'll be on top. I can't stop and I won't stop. Keep going to the drop.
to the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. I made it to the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. Yeah, I made it to the top. From the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. Yeah, I made it to the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. Yeah, I made it to the top. I made it to the top.
Now I'm asking now, who want what, who want what? Let's make it live, let's get it up. To just survive, it's not enough. Went through the fire, emerged, and it was tough. Now I'm asking now, who want what, who want what? Fourth quarter clock run out, that's when I'm active. Came up living hard, was sleeping without a mattress. I love the game, but it come with lots of drama and pain. Strife in my life, I promise it would've drove you insane. We not the same, I'm a different species, believe me. Blessings burst as my blessed mother conceived me. Stadium screaming my name again, it can get hectic. When I perform at this level, man, I feel electric. Let's make it live, let's get it up. To just survive, it's not enough. Went through the fire, emerged, and it was tough. Now I'm asking now, who want what, who want what? Let's make it live, let's get it up. To just survive, it's not enough. Went through the fire, emerged, and it was tough. Now I'm asking now, who want what, who want what? Now why would you wanna come and test the kid who's been crowned as a champion and clearly best at this? You coming at me, I think you should assess the risk. Back it up and pack it up, find where the exit is. Whether it's tip off or kick off, I dominate. Been a gold in this game so long, I think it's time you hate. And let's be clear, I want the rings and the legacy. Smother the competition, I never ever let them breathe. Nah, let's make it live, let's get it up. To just survive, it's not enough. Went through the fire, emerged, and it was tough. Now I'm asking now, who want what, who want what? Let's make it live, let's get it up. To just survive, it's not enough. Went through the fire, emerged, and it was tough. Now I'm asking now, who want what, who want what?
You ain't ready for this. I'm the best they ever had. The people want more. I get the people with their ass. You ain't ready for this. I'm the best they ever had. The people want more. I get the people with their ass. I'm next. I'm now. I'm it. I'm forever. I'm the one. It don't get no better. I'm next. I'm now. I'm it. I'm forever. I'm the one. It don't get no better. I really got the juice. I really got the sauce. I really am a boss. The way that I be going off. What's the recipe? Less of you and a lot of me. My game so quality. My team hit the lottery. Broom, start your engines. I'm back with a vengeance. They yell my name like they taking attendance. See, when I do it, I make a difference. Your swag missing. You don't belong. Go and crawl with the infants. I'm who they here to see. I'm on fire like 3rd degree infirmary. Cause I'm so ill, I need surgery. I'm hot, put me out, cause I'll really burn it down. Aw, girl, you really done it now. You ain't ready for this. I'm the best they ever had. The people want more, I get the people with their ass. You ain't ready for this. I'm the best they ever had. The people want more, I get the people with their ass. To the max, to the max. Turn me to the max, to the max. Turn me to the max, to the max. Turn me to the max. no better. I'm next, I'm now, I'm it, I'm forever. I'm the one, it don't get no better. Flexing like a winner, winner, winner. Flexing like a winner, 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 winner. Winner. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Got it all. Got it all. Got it all. Got it all. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Flexing like a winner, winner, winner. Flexing like a winner, winner, winner. We turning up, look at us, we turning up, look at us, we on top, on top, on top, on top. We turning up, we turning up, yeah, we loaded up, yeah, we going up, you ain't stopping us. Yeah, we loaded up, yeah, we going up, you ain't stopping us. Are you ready?
It's game time, raise the stakes time, and I'ma make the climb and change the straight line. Yeah. From their side, we ain't the same kind. You going with the flow, I control like Poseidon. Now, who's ready to win? Confetti over your legacy, let it begin. Cause I came from gold trophies and fame, they gon' notice me. I'ma take my story from pain to pure poetry. Gotta grind from the start to the finish line. From the winning side.
And at the wing is Austin Day all day, every day.
See the crowd coming down, who's the king now? Gather coming down, who's the king now?
掌声鼓励。
哇哦！太厉害了，来点掌声！
哇！掌声鼓励给我们爱乐种子协团，还有魔术师李梦秀。是的，哇塞，厉不厉害？好不好听啊？要跟大家的掌声跟我讲，再一次大力的掌声，好不好？对，因为我刚刚不知道从哪里被变出来，我没看到也没听到，太厉害太厉害了。好了，现在呢要来欢迎我们本周主题周的主角啦，也就是我们地表最强吉祥物Thunder，回来！没错，史上首创用吉祥物来当我们的主题周的主题，好不好？所以呢，这周因应这个主题，也因应所有这个儿童节的连假期间呢，大家可以赶快到我们官方商品部呢来看看桑德出了哪些主题的周边商品，而且呢，我们女孩的新的商品也在今天正式上架喽。如果有兴趣的，赶快到我们官方商品部呢来多多的选购。那谈到赛程的部分呢，最后在这个例行赛倒数最后几场啊，每一场都非常关键，所以明天跟今天这2场的主场非常的关键，需要所有的线人们一起来应援。尤其我看到今天3楼都坐满了哦，2楼也还有。都是满满的观众，所以今天呢，我们的这个应援声千万要比之前的所有的人都还要大声，还要来应援的能量要来加大催泪，好不好？接下来，在这个快乐的儿童节月份里，欢迎加入特工充电乐园，感受满满能量与活力，一起来欣赏漂亮的 PS 小姐姐，还有帅气的帅气的桑德大哥哥带来的开场舞演出 ，Happy Sunday！
向你儿出我们认同 game start。
You're so fine, I want you mine, you're so delicious. I think about you all the time, you're so addictive. Don't you know what I can do to make you feel alright? Kissy face, sent to your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Say tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the hot tub. Hey, yeah, yeah, I can be your girlfriend. Hey, yeah, yeah, I know that you like me. No way, that's not a secret. Hey, yeah, yeah, I want to be your girlfriend. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the. Hey, yeah, yeah, I know that you like me. No way, that's not a secret. Hey, yeah, yeah, I want to be your girlfriend. No way, no way. Just meet me at the. Just meet me at the.
掌声加尖叫，送给活力满满的 Passion Sister， 还有 Thunder。接下来，把你的目光移向上方的大荧幕。
维汉的下手真的是够快，三分干脆再打一颗再进。最后这位郑文迪选择弧顶三分线的出手球进。巴西，哇，速度贼快啊，切入篮下。
这是我觉得在今年我们看到最精彩的一冠。
闪电军团强势进攻，冲击篮筐。今天也需要所有人的应援，让我们收下今天的主场胜利。接下来，让我们欢迎新北中信特工球员进场。首先欢迎TPBL最强吉祥物Thunder，背号2号三分情报，致命火力，疯狂射手北齐。背号5号眼观全场，赛德克控球经验，大概是Wallace日伟豪。背号7号超节快攻，全能后场，特工一窝座，魏家豪。背号10号灵巧助攻，三分神射手，亚苗谢亚轩。背号12号攻守兼具，绿地最佳代言人小林吕任宏。背号14号禁区悍将，潜力常人，特工新秀孙信武。背号24号中距离杀手，特工刺客铁剑廷照。背号76号最顶的那个男人，大房东你的郑文迪。背号77号底角杀手，三分手起刀落，小橙子吕佩晨。接下来欢迎先发5人 Starting Five。背号11号抛投得分禁区 Professor 内马。背号18号帅气迷人瑞典全能前锋并贝克。背号22号强势 防守积极冲抢，特工 Energy Guy 黄宏汉。背号16号节奏掌控精准传导，特工魔术师李伟汉。最后一位背号0号撕裂对手海来指导机特工黑马阿巴西。董事长陈国恩领着杨淑慧，总经理刘志伟，总教练莫米尔，助理教练尤维查，助理教练泽维奇，球员发展教练许志清。接下来介绍来访的福尔摩沙梦想家，背号0号陈正杰，背号9号吴家俊，背号11号林俊吉，背号20号简伟如，背号26号李德威，背号27号史成平，背号28号卢冠良，背号34号高博凯，背号88号周国成。接下来介绍先发5人名单：背号3号张宗宪，背号24号希沃克，背号33号汤普金斯，背号35号霍尔曼，背号41号蒋玉安，总教练简浩，助理总教练皮尔曼，助理教练赖柏林，助理教练丹尼尔，球员发展总监田磊，领队陈立宗，总经理韩俊凯。双方拳场中之一 ，That's right, that's right, game time, let's go。好了，准备好你的双手，待会跟着我们特工出场的专属跑篮仪式，准备跟着节奏来拍手。同时呢，最后梅克把球灌下去的时候呢，就尖叫声叫出来，拍手，拍手 ，DEA， 拍手，拍手，拍手 ，DEA， 准备了。DEA，Let's go！
Alright， 现场我们所有的现任球员朋友，再一次的感谢大家。我们在今天这场比赛，哇，看到呢，比上一场呢也是更多热情的球员朋友进到我们球场当中。当然，首先第一个非常重要的，先把你的应援3样法宝准备一下哈。当然，第一个就是你的应援。
Good afternoon, fans, wherever you are, however you are streaming, you're watching TPBL. This is Game 104. We are live here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. The Formosa Dreamers play the new Taipei CTBC DEA. On this Saturday afternoon, we have ourselves a 2:30 tip-off. Clive Xu and Taylor Shen coming to you live here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. How are you feeling about Game 104?
I am pumped, Taylor. The Dreamers in their 9-game win streak. Scoring's up, points allowed is down. They're shooting near 40% as a team from 3-point field goal range. Assists are up, turnovers are down. So it doesn't matter how you slice it, they are rolling right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fully locked and loaded. I mean, you talked about those numbers, and we'll talk a little bit more about it as we take a look at the current standings with how they're performing. They are inches away from surpassing the Taiwan Beer Leopards. Now they have their homestand. Maybe they could inch themselves away from the Formosa Dreamers. Lioneers are kind of guaranteeing themselves in 3rd place, while we still have ourselves a cluster between Kings and DEA. Now DEA was a surprising loss against Taipei Taishi Mars. Mars still survived.
That one hurts. I mean, they could have put them away and locked themselves into a playoff spot. But now, at least the good thing is still the destiny is still within their control. If they win, they'll get in. So
yeah. Definitely. If they still manage to win today's game and tomorrow's game, they could leapfrog over the New Taipei Kings by half a game. Now, if they had won yesterday's game and swept their homestand, it could have been one whole game ahead. As we take a look at today's game notes, it's a battle in the paint. We have the number 1 and number 2 teams that control the rebounds. Now, DEA lead the lead in assists and steals, so they may be able to snap out of their small losing streak with their teamwork. Now, again, Five mentioned, Dreamers, though, they're hard to beat. They're on a 9-game winning streak right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they talk about their inside game, but it's the outside game that's really flourishing right now. Over 45% of their shots each game come from three-point land. So yes, Gilbeck's back, and you want to have that focus on the inside, but it's going to be tough without Todorovic today, also absent from the lineup.
Yeah, we're going to miss the big guy. The last time he actually had a break was January 10th. Now, mind you, that was the same date that they played against the Formosa Dreamers, as the league sat down with Aji and asked him what his overall thoughts on his performance this season.
后来久了，然后心态调整一下，然后就知道自己在场上可以帮助球队做什么事情，然后就继续做我该做的事情，然后就不会想那么多，然后才会有我们球队现在的表现这样。就是在这礼拜练习的时候就演练他们后卫会非常的压迫，然后教练也有给我们一些就是解决办法，然后希望我们可以在这礼拜，然后可以不要造成让他们造成这么多失误，然后可以打得更顺一点这样。
So that is potential 6th man of the year, Ling Chunji. He's coming off the bench this season as opposed to being on the starting 5 last year. Five, your thoughts on his game?
Yeah, he talked about how initially it was an adjustment, and it is one when you're used to being the starting point guard, coming off that 6-man role. But I mean, his scoring's up. He comes in, he gives offensive firepower off the bench, and like you said, he's 6th man of the year contention. So I think it's going just great.
Yeah, the voting will be starting in late April 23rd to be exact. But we have 5 local players on this roster besides Rivama. He's still inactive, but they've all averaged double digits in scoring, as we'll talk to Victor Gadifers as well. Now, he shot below his average in the last game, but he had the best plus-minus.
I would say it's a lot of small reasons. First of all, you got to give credit to also Mars that they fight back. We started the game really, really good. Was able to go on a big run, I would say. But after they came back in the game, they kept fighting, and we were not able to just turn it around to our advantage again. And for the game today, I mean, it's a total different game, so it's hard to say how we're going to adjust from that. I think we can't put too much focus on it now. It's a new game. It was just a couple days ago, and today's a new game. Yeah, inside is tough, especially today when I saw they play with Gilbeck. So they for sure, let's say, a bigger team than us. But us as a team, we put a lot of emphasis in rebounds and taking rebounds to be able to run. So we just gotta do it as a team effort. You know, everybody's gonna help. It's gonna be from the point guard to the center. It's gonna help to take the rebounds and play defense inside.
So Victor Gadifers kind of recounting their last matchup on Wednesday evening against the Taipei Taishin Mart. They had a 19-0 run in the first quarter alone, but the Taipei Taishin Mart, they came back swinging. When you got your back against the wall on a survival mode, well, you managed to claw back. Now, primary task for Gadifers is really guarding the pure maker, who didn't even score above 10 points. So we'll see how they adjust. They got a tough schedule right now. 4 games in the span of 8 days.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why they're resting the big man Todorovic. And you know, like that game, the 19-0 start and giving up, eventually losing, that kind of encapsulated as a nutshell, their season in a nutshell. Just the inconsistencies that they've gone through. They have won 3 games in a row. They've lost 4 in a row as well. But it's really been an up and down, and they're still trying to find their way, I think, as a team. But you know, time is running out. Each team with 6 to 8 games left. They want to hit their stride as they head into the playoffs. Let's see if this homestand can help them get there.
Yeah, you know, they hit a high point early in the season, taking advantage of the other teams' inconsistencies. But I'm looking at their current win-loss percentage right now. In the new year alone, they only have 5 wins and they have accumulated 9 losses. Whereas for the Formosa Dreamers, they only lost 3 games this year.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, the Dreamers don't know what it's like to lose anymore. They haven't lost since, I believe, February 1st. And you know, DEA, they had high expectations coming into the season. The return of Abashi, you know, their imports have been relatively stable. Bow Beach came in mid-December, so I think on some accounts a little disappointing for them. But I mean, there's still time. They want to get it out of that 5th spot, ideally into the 4th spot, to get an advantage in the play-in series. But there's still time for them to right the ship.
Yeah, because, you know, play-in series will be tough. We're not quite sure yet of the playoff schedule, but for the 5th seed team, they have to sweep 2 games in a row against the 4th seed. So again, they are pretty much slated for the playoffs, but look, you want to be in a better position for the play-in, let alone playoffs. As we have the starting 5, it is Jiang Yuan, Wayne, Zhang Dongxian, Jet, Randall Walker, Trey Tompkins, as well as Eric Coleman. He's usually coming off the bench. He's getting a first game start in a while. So we have Ling Wei Han, Al Bashir, Wang Honghan, Da Han, Victor Gaddefers, as well as Nemanja Radovic coming back onto the lineup since all the way back in January 10th.
Yeah, when you get a shot at the Dreamers bench, that's not LeBron James in there. That's Ben Bentel. I mean, he could be a cast double for LeBron James over there. But you know, giving their main guys some rest, that's why Holman's in the lineup. But I think, you know, they're going to miss Bentel's production on both ends. A great defensive player as well. But any one of the Dreamer imports you throw in there, they're all more than capable of holding down the fort.
Yeah, Brandon Gilbeck, he should be well rested. He's returning after February 8th, so pretty long standing of rest due to, I was told, sciatica issues. This usually happens around this time of the season anyway, so not too uncommon for Brandon Gilbeck. Also, he did participate in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Now, it's great to have him back, but, you know, in terms of point of offense, he's a little bit more limited as he's just more so controlling of the paint, but you don't really have the versatility that Ben Bentel has.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Gilbeck necessarily looks for his shot. It's usually like cleanup duty. He'll grab a rebound, he'll put it back in. But he certainly is capable. If you watched any of the FIBA games, I mean, he would lead the team in scoring in the 20s sometimes, and that's on the international stage. So he is capable. I look for him to be more aggressive offensively. I think the coaching staff has encouraged him to do so. His free throws have gotten better. They've gotten better. They're not in the 50s anymore. You know, so that'll be a key as well, as the Dreamers are one of the top free throw shooting teams as well.
Yeah, you speak about FIBA Asia. He is ranked 3rd overall in terms of rebounds in the Asia region. So he was averaging 11.5 rebounds per game. So that's big stuff for the naturalized player. He was only naturalized properly or qualified to play for FIBA in recent years. As we get started with game 104 very shortly. The Dreamers are in white and DEA are in their navy kits today. So again, this is our first time we're seeing Eric Coleman getting a game start in a while. His 7th game start to be exact, and we're starting off with DEA's possession.
Yeah, the last couple of games, the DEA that we've watched, they've gone inside to Todorovic. Without him today, I'm curious to see how they'll organize their offense, at least initially to start.
I think we've realized in the last handful of games, Todorovic is not completely invincible. There'd be often times where he would score 0 points in a couple of quarters.
Yeah, he'll go long spurts without scoring, but you know, he's over 23, 24 points, 13 rebounds. So where is that going to be made up? And I think it's going to have to come from the DEA bench.
There's a catch and shoot for Jet. There's a line drive to the basket.
You know, Abashi's going to get his 20, 25.
Ambush block for Eric Coleman.
Radovic averages almost 20. Gaddefors is in the 13, 14 range. Beach has picked up his scoring in the past 3 games. He's averaging 16. But I really look for Xie Yaxuan, the shooter off of the DEA bench. He starts a lot of games. He's scored 2 points in the last 3 games when he's been averaging 10 per game. So they're going to really need him to recover and find his old ways.
Shot clock is counting down to 5 seconds. Gatterford's trying to make a bucket. No score on either side, and here comes Xiao An for the Formosa Dreamers. There's a downhill drive, a kick out reset, pulling up for the long 2, and that's how we get started. Xiao An with the deep 2.
Yeah, the Dreamers look like a team that has won 9 straight. No panic, really smooth, really calm. Xiao An with that pump fake, just a step to the side and finding a better shot.
Yeah, really at ease right now. They're trying to tie up with their own game win record as Lin Wei Han pulls the trigger but misses the target.
Yeah, he missed that shot, but that's a good sign for me as well. Lin Wei Han looking for his shot early because they're going to need his scoring.
There's a Euro step for Xiao An, little race car there. Now you talked about Xie Yashen kind of being inconsistent and regressed a little bit in the last handful of games, so they've been utilizing Jian Tingzhao a little bit more so rather than Xie Yashen. And here we go, Lin Wei Han getting his second try. This time it falls. Gotta fix his hair there.
Yeah, fix the hair, looking good, make the 3. But a lot of times, the local guys especially, they can get kind of caught watching. They rely on their imports for scoring, so they're kind of like not as aggressive to looking for their shot. So with Todorovic out, this could be a good thing for some of the locals to get themselves going a little bit.
Yeah, well said, Clive. There's the shot going in and out for Radovic. And Wako gets called the foul after a baseline drive. He gets 2 points and his...
Yeah, and you mentioned Jian Tingzhao, his contributions. In the last 3 games, he's at 10 points, up from more than double his season average of 4.5. And when I was looking at his numbers, Sabashi for the 2, he shoots 39.7% from 3 and only 30% from 2.
Wow.
You don't see that very often, but he can definitely be one to be more aggressive with his shot as well.
10 seconds on the shot clock, and the shot for Wayne falls nothing but net.
It's the Xiao An show so far for the Dreamers.
Yeah, no kidding, he's already logged in 7 points on the board. 2 vets guarding each other. Wei Han trying to get a second 3. That is quite a generous call.
We'll see if we get a replay.
Yeah, by the baseline referee. We'll take a look.
I don't know. I'll leave it at that. I don't know.
You know what? We didn't get a close enough view because it could have grazed Radovic's hand, but.
Yeah, but Radovic is going to have a big game inside. Not only does he have to contend with Holman, Tompkins, but when Gilbeck comes in, Gilbeck's raring to go after so many games off. He's going to be crashing the boards hard. He's going to be attacking. Gatterford's got to pitch in when Beach comes in. Maybe we'll see more of Zheng Wending today as well.
Yeah, hopefully the rest is good for Radovic. The last time we saw this 3 import lineup was against the Formosa Dreamers, and they were really outsized by the likes of Coleman, Tompkins, as well as Julian Boyd, who's still with the Formosa Dreamers then. Score now 9-5. Dreamers ahead, and Xiao An with all the touches with a kick out to Randall Wako. Drawing a foul this time on Lin Wei Han.
Yeah, you mentioned how they have 5 locals all in double figures, and it's just kind of pick your poison. It hasn't been one particular guy, it's somebody different every game that'll step up for the Dreamers. So it's really hard for the opposing team to kind of prepare for that.
Yeah.
You got your Bentel's out, you got Holman, you got Tompkins, you know what they're going to give you. But it's any given day, it could be any of the guys coming off the Dreamers bench. It could be Xiao An, like he's off to a great start. It could be Wako. It's just tough to prepare for.
Our last game that we called together, it was one of the bench players, number 28, Ryan.
That's right.
He was the game changer. He went off. And you know what? I will say, his brother, Lu Guanshen, his last game, he also hit a career high 18 points. So the Lu brothers, they're coming out swinging towards the end of the season.
That would be cool if they were eventually played on the same team together.
Yeah, they would be great. They're now in Lioneers and Dreamers have the reputation of being rivalries in a way. Radovic, too strong. Coleman got set up with a trap, loose ball, and here comes Al-Bashir driving down the lane, off glass into the ring.
And that was one of our key notes for the game. Keys for the game is the defensive pressure from the backcourt of the DEA.
So as of right now, I can tell that Brandon Gilbeck is not really handling the ball a lot. He's still recovering, and
that
they
cannot be an offensive foul.
That shot looked good from Jet, though. That's a shame.
I mean, that was on the other side of the court, but that was right in front of us. He's running into Gilbeck, and Gilbeck is retreating. So
look, clearly we're not seeing what the referees are seeing. So we move on. A DEA's possession. 7.5 minutes of regulation. That ball gets grazed by Waco's hands. No look past Gadifers. Gets called traveling at 2.5 seconds.
So I think just in the early minutes, you can kind of see DEA is going to struggle a little bit in the half-court offensive set. They were going to really have to rely on what they just did, get some steals, get some easy buckets, and rely on some transition as well. Because I think just the manpower, the size disadvantage, it's going to be tough for DEA to really get their offensive flowing today, especially in the half-court.
And they call the foul on number 22, Da Han, Hong Hong Han, blocking foul at that. So both sides will be subbing in players. Number 28, game changer Ryan, coming in for Jet, and Xie Yashen checks into the game.
Xie Yashen needs to have a big game. I hate to keep belaboring the point, but he needs to have like 6 for 10 from the three-pointers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, we're talking about being placed at a better spot for playoffs. Last season was the first time ever that DEA were not qualified for it, so a lot of pressure, as you said. And there's the 2 for Xiaoan, 9 points for number 41. All the local players doing for the Formosa Dreamers, and Radovic pulls the trigger and hits the target. In Radovic's last game, he scored 17 points and 9 rebounds against the Kaohsiung Aquas. And the 3 for Waco ricochets outwards, but they might get another chance here. Oh, quick foul call by the sideline referee on Xie Yashen.
But that kind of foul you can more live with. He's being aggressive. He's going after the ball. Just unfortunately got too much of Waco's elbow there. The referee was right there to see it.
DEA really honing in on defense as their priority today. They've already committed 4 team fouls, 3 for the Formosa Dreamers. We're nearing the halfway point of the first quarter, and here is Ryan trying to shake off Ling Wei Han. Here's a Hail Mary, hits the ring, but no points there.
Have you seen the movie Hail Mary?
You know what? No.
I've heard it's really good. I have not seen it yet either.
The one with Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, the new one.
Is it scary?
No, it's not.
I can't do scary live.
It's long though. It's 2.5 hours.
Oh.
So I might, if I go watch that, I might fall asleep.
I'm gonna need like one of those. What is it called? Halftime breaks during operas.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Intermission.
Intermission. Thank you. Here's
nice
the coast to coast. A little too deep for Gadifers. They got to reset, and here comes Wei Han driving down, and they call foul.
Man, that full court pass, fast break pass by Wei Han, he can patent that. That's a specialty of his. It's just beautiful angle, beautiful trajectory, hits the guy right in stride.
Maybe he could have been a quarterback.
Maybe.
Too bad for his size.
Too short though, too short.
A little too travel size as we get ourselves into our first timeout. The score now 16-12 for Formosa Dreamers with the lead. We'll be right back.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work. If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Heads up!
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premieres April 12th on AXN.
I have always wanted to be a lawyer.
You are doing what you were meant to do.
We represent people on the worst day of their lives.
That hospital killed my boy.
Let us help you. We're going against the biggest firm in the state.
Mr. Baird, I look forward to some more friendly sparring.
His client is guilty of criminal conspiracy.
Donnie Ray Black was murdered. They knew about it. They covered it up.
What are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker on AXN.
What is that?
Oh my.
My anaconda. We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted. My anaconda. Now we die. My anaconda. It's okay, you're safe. I'm here. Holy. My anaconda. Keep rolling.
Anaconda premieres April 4th, only on AXN.
You're watching TPBL powered by AXN Sports. Clive Xu and Taylor Chen presenting game 104. We're coming out of our first timeout. For the Formosa Dreamers, it's just Randall Wackel and Wayne on the scoreboard, and there it goes. That ball flies, but does not hit the mark. As Lingjunji Achi is coming off the bench after the timeout. Off of Brandon Gilbeck's screen. Does not find an opening. Return back to sender. Off the screen and into the ring. Right out of timeout. Aji pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that point guard spot for the Dreamers today is crushing it. I am a little curious to see how Gilbeck coming back in, because they've gone a large part of the second half of this season with Gilbeck coming out, resting, how they're going to integrate him back in. So far, I think it's been pretty good. So far, so good.
Yeah, I would say it's working out where I don't expect to see him running a lot of pick and roll. I don't think they're going to expect him or want him to be super physical tonight. Again, we don't know the condition of his sciatica right now, but I think they're just going to slowly ease him into it. So possession with the Dreamers as Zun Wending checks into the game, as well as Bo Beach. So right now it's all bench players besides Radovic on the court for DEA. There's a pocket pass to BG. Che Ashran now playing point.
Yeah, DEA out of all of the teams, they most consistently and oftentimes will use that zone regularly in their defense.
And Radovic quicker than when Fast got ready. Gets another lay-in.
Yeah, Radovic is flashing his entire offensive toolkit today, inside and outside. He's leading the DEA, carrying them on their shoulders offensively so far.
Yeah, well said. He's got 9 points on the scoreboard. Wei Han with 3, Abashi with 2. TJ drawing a foul. 3 free throws for Jianting Zhao. So So before the free throws, Holman and Jet will return to the game.
Yeah, Gilbeck already back to the bench, so if that's any indication, it looks like Coach Creighton will just kind of use him to spell Holman and Tompkins, give them rest and give them some breaks when they're needed, but maybe not necessarily, like you said, his first game back, not a lot of heavy minutes for Gilbeck.
Yeah, and you know, with Trey Tompkins as well as Eric Holman, they've got pretty good endurance. They're averaging Holman 30 minutes per game, Tompkins 33 minutes per game. Chen Tingzhao was a free agent pickup for the DEA this season. Picked up 3 players total, Walter Lum as well as Lewis from the Kaohsiung Aquas. So right after the game, after the Mars game on Wednesday, I saw a handful of them shoot around after the game, getting some practice in late at night. Score now at 19-16.
Staying in that 2-3 zone.
And there we go, Jet. They didn't count his first shot due to an offensive foul, so tried for the corner 3 again. Back over to Radovic. Trey Tompkins corrals the board. Just barely though, Bo Beach trying to poke it out. There's a body hitting the floor. That looks like to be TJ. Back over to DEA. There's a crossover. For Yashin, he was the December Player of the Month. But again, as Clive mentioned, his numbers dipped significantly in these last couple of weeks. Shot clock counting down, 4 seconds left, and there's no space allowed, but Zhongwending comes downhill, draws a foul off of Ling Junji.
Yeah, Aji's gonna have to be careful. Two fouls already. Whenever you swipe down like that, it's almost an admission of guilt. You're usually going to get called for a foul when you swiping down, even if you got all ball.
Good hops, though. Now, I'll have to figure out why, but Zhongwending's English nickname was called the Landlord.
It's got to be the hair.
Well, you know what?
It has to be the hair.
I think you and I talked about this, but Bo Beach was on DA podcast, and when they were looking up film when he was with the Dreamers, they just call him Ponytail.
Ponytail, yep.
Yeah. Now, could be Ding, could be the Landlord, still be Ponytail. And I don't think we've ever seen him with short hair before.
Go make a bet with him. If they win the championship, he has to cut it.
Ball back over to DEA. Downhill, here is Radovic with Tompkins. Hand in the cookie jar, gets the steal coast to coast. Here is Aji against his former teammate, Bo Beach, getting his first personal foul today.
That's the team 5th, so that's going to send Aji to the line as well. 2 minutes left to play.
Gaddefers returns to the court as Aji gets ready. Now, the last time he won a 6th Man of the Year, he was averaging 14 points, 4.5 assists, and he was shooting 39% from beyond the perimeter. Now for the DEA, they still have 4 more home games and 3 away games. Formosa Dreamers, their final homestand is next weekend. Clive will be on call before they hit the road again. Their last game is April 26th against the Tolerant Taiwan Beer Leopards.
Yeah, I think the schedule is really lined up to their advantage. They'll have almost 2 weeks off. Assuming that they stay in one of the top 3 seeds, they'll miss the play-in series, and then when that second round starts, an opportunity to rest their guys, make sure everybody's fully healthy, get rid of those little nagging injuries.
Yeah, the Formosa Dreamers will be the first and only team to be done on April 26th. We have games up until May 3rd, and that would be a home game for the New Taipei Kings against the CTBC DEA as Gadifers draws a foul. Now, again, we talked about the drop-off for Xie Yashuan, and, you know, should have made that shot off the glass there.
Yeah, you can tell. I don't know if it's a mechanical issue, if it's probably more mental and a confidence issue. But I think he just needs to see the ball go through the hoop. Sees it once, twice, even maybe try and get to the free throw line. You know, Bro Beach talked about that in that podcast you mentioned. Sometimes you'll try and just get to the free throw line so he can feel the ball, take his time, and find that rhythm to get his shooting touch back. They're going to need him. They're definitely going to need him.
No, absolutely, because we talk about the depth in the bench, and, you know, it's a 180 against the Formosa Dreamers. They've got, we always talk about it, they got the deepest and most talented bench of all the 7 teams, we'd say.
Right. And that doesn't even include Ma right now, who's injured.
They have the luxury. They've been playing so well that they haven't quite needed him these games.
It's another turnover, fast break points.
Good work by the local players. Assist for Xie Yashuan and TJ with his first basket.
So this is when it's more kind of frustrating as a coaching staff for the Dreamers. You know what's coming. You know they're going to pressure you. You know they're going to try and get steals. And to still let it happen because you're not strong enough, tough enough, whatever word you want to use, aggressive enough offensively, is a little disheartening and disappointing. But I'm sure it's something that Coach Creighton will address and try and shore up for going into the second quarter.
I mean, we saw how they started off in the beginning, a strong start. It was really effortless, but, you know, that's a common problem now. They have a reputation of committing the most turnovers, and they also kind of become lax in their performance sometimes, especially when it comes to perhaps lower stake games or just not playing 100%. So free throws are granted for the DEA. As Holman will be pulled from the game. BG coming back. Correction, Tompkins will be pulled out of the game. That's with Tompkins' second personal foul. As Doan Ding gets the first. 1 minute, 8 seconds remain in the first quarter. And game is tied up.
If you're DEA, you have to be pleased with the way that this first quarter has gone. Radovic has really stepped up. You know, the defensive pressure has been there. They've got a couple easy fast break buckets. I would be happy if they got out of this quarter tied.
Back to Ling Junji shaking off Bo Beach, and there's the fadeaway. Rattled out though. Brandon Gilbeck not fighting too hard for those rebounds. So again, they could be saving his energy for playoffs in the future because they're really going to need him there.
Yeah, the league leader in blocks, him and Holman 1 and 2, I think. And definitely leading in the 10th. Great look by Beach. That is something you don't see very often. Beach passed up a shot to pass it inside. It was a great look.
Yeah.
I shouldn't just rushed it a little bit, left it a little short.
A great connection, but they couldn't convert it into buckets. That's such a shame again because
he needs it.
He needs it, and it wasn't a tough shot.
Yeah.
So we're rooting for him. The reason why we're taking note because he is more capable than what we're currently seeing in recent days.
Right, and you just know it's eating him up inside, not being able to contribute the way he's used to.
Yeah, and Taiwanese players, I would say that they oftentimes, it's very much a mental game for them. They could get easily stuck in feeling very self-conscious as Xie Yashuan with a kick out. too deep of a pass there, and the score is indeed still tied 23 all right now. As we'll see how we get started in the second quarter. Stay tuned for more TPBL after the following messages. We'll be right back. AXN giving you your dose of pro basketball tonight. Lai Chu and Taylor Chen on the broadcast, bringing you game 104. The score is currently tied for Formosa Dreamers. 21 of those points were scored by local players.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good first quarter for both teams. Neither team really into a real good flow yet. You know, the DEA, they've been using their calling card, which is defensive pressure, getting some easy buckets there. Abashi, who has the ball now, look for him to get going as well. And the Dreamers, they're just, I think they're still kind of feeling the game out. We haven't really seen them hit their stride yet either.
Bo Beach trying to find his stride here as we have the Formosa Dreamers of starting five, starting the second quarter here at Xinfang Gymnasium. There's a shot all the way to the opposite end. Skip pass to Bo Beach. There's another turnover, the fifth one for the Formosa Dreamers, and Shea Yashen can't seem to crack that goose egg, and there you have it. You can see him visually frustrated.
Yeah, you can see he was just, you can see the lack of confidence right now, because he could have taken another dribble. Instead, he left a little too early. That was a tough floater to make off of the bench, off of the backboard. He wasn't sure if he should pass it to Abashi right now. You can see the young man really struggling right now. But again, I think he just needs to try and see the ball go through the hoop. After he sees that, I think it'll slowly come back to him.
Yeah, because oftentimes when they're going through yips like this in a game itself,
yes, that's exactly right.
Oftentimes players would just stop shooting, but actually, if anything, they need to just keep chipping away and keep trying. So, you know, what he's doing is not wrong, but as of right now, he's made a lot of field goal attempts, 3 field goal attempts total, with nothing to show for still.
Yeah, if I was Coach Mamir over there, maybe out of an out-of-bounds play, baseline play, Zhang Yuhan is cooking. Maybe run a set play for Shea Yashen to get him a shot.
Shea Yashen for 3. Offensive foul is called. So
Shawan's got 15 already, Taylor.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Call an illegal screen on Victor Gadifers. 15 points for number 41. Dangerous guy there on the court. This is his first season really playing 100% off in the last couple of seasons since T1 and TPBL. Always in and out of injuries.
Babashi has a size advantage on the inside, can't get it to him. Shawan Gilbeck over to help. Come on, buddy. Nope.
We like the effort. We like the effort. So they call out of bounds. It's back over to Dreamers end. So we hear the bench really encouraging.
Yeah, everybody in the gym knows it. He's struggling right now, and you don't get much more wide open than that.
I'm not gonna lie, that would make me feel some type of way if I was still in my school days playing. Tough shot for Eric Holman. Defense was on point for DEA, and here comes Shea Asha. There we have it! And there she blows. First bucket for Shea Asha today.
Let's see if that opens the floodgates. DEA really liking that zone. And until the Dreamers start hitting some of the outside shots, Jet missed it the last time. Here's Waco's.
There we have it. That looked good for Randall Waco.
Yeah, until they do more of that, they're just probably going to stay back in that zone. Again, the zone kind of will help you mask a little bit the size disadvantage on the inside.
So as of right now, Formosa Dreamers are hitting 50% of their threes. Again, there's that mismatch inside, taking full advantage, Al-Bashir with the lay-in. Here comes Holman, there's the alley-oop! What a moving highlight for Brandon Gilbeck, welcome back.
Man, throw it down with the left hand.
Holy cow. I never seen him pull that trick out.
Yeah.
Score 33-29, back over to Formosa Dreamers. Here comes Randall Waco end to end. Wide open, there is the long two. CTBC DEA calling for the timeout after Dreamers formed a little run for themselves as they've distanced themselves away. The score is now 35-29. We'll be right back after our first timeout.
I've always wanted to be a lawyer.
You are doing what you were meant to do.
We represent people on the worst day of their lives.
That hospital killed my boy.
Let us help you. We're going against the biggest firm in the state.
Mr. Baylor, I look forward to some more friendly sparring.
His client is guilty of criminal conspiracy.
Donnie Ray Black was murdered. They knew about it. They covered it up.
What are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker on AXN.
What is that?
Oh my.
My anaconda. We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted. My anaconda. Now we die. My anaconda. It's okay, you're safe. I'm here. Holy. My anaconda. Keep rolling.
Anaconda premieres April 4th, only on AXN.
Yeah, coach, NBA in Taiwan, guest coach.
把握时间暖暖身哦，因为刚刚等一下这个中场游戏呢，会需要你们非常大量的体力。接着呢，继续把应援的能量放回到我们场上，给我们中心特工的球员。
好来哦，各位，接下来第二节。 还是需要大家更大的加油声音哦，把分数持续拉近，甚至超前。特工加油，一声就好，准备好你的声音，一起来特工！
Coming out of timeout called by Momir Radkovic. We get started. 8 minutes, 27 seconds left on the clock. With DA's possession, Lingwei Han checks back into the game, lets it fly, but that goes in and out. Step back for Xiaoan. Swirls out.
As we approach the midway section here of the second quarter, I think DEA, they just got to be careful not to let this one slip away right here. They got to keep it close. Yeah, there you go, Xie Yaxuan. His second bucket of the game.
Yeah, I mean, look, he might be tonight's, he might be DEA's X factor in today's game.
Absolutely.
We're really wanting to see the DEA bench come alive in today's matchup. Ryan trying to be a game changer once again from the corner.
And you could also see on that possession, Abashi almost face guarding Xiaoan. Xiaoan off to a really hot start this game. The coach is making that defensive adjustment.
Yeah. Trying to find an opening. Here comes Gaddifers up against Brandon Gilbeck. And we call Brandon Gilbeck's second foul today. We see him coming in to help.
His right hand was on Gaddifers' shoulder, pulling him down. That's not a bad strategy, actually. Distract them with the left hand going up.
Yeah.
Hold the shoulder with the right hand.
Because you know what? That was the first thing I saw, not his right arm.
It's like that magic show before the game. Distract us here and then slip the guy into the box.
The bait and switch, as we say. Gaddifers now at the line.
Taiwan, along with the rest of the world, celebrating Children's Day today.
Yeah.
So the magic show, lots of stuff prepared for the kids today.
Yeah, Clive Shue right now on spring break. Woohoo!
Yes, sir. Although spring break for me is more work because the kids are off school as well.
That's so unfair. That's just not fair, man. Can't win. 7 minutes on the clock, Xiaoan pulling up, and there's the no-look pass to Dawkins and one.
Yeah, so Xiaoan, you know, they make the adjustment, they put more defensive pressure on you. He makes the adjustment, he draws the defense in, dishes it off to, is that Holman? Yep.
Yeah.
Tompkins. Absorbs the contact, keeps his box squared to the basket, and gets the N1. Nicely done all around.
Such a smart player in Xiaoan. He's been in the Taiwan Pro Ball scene for quite some time now.
Yeah, former MVP of the T1 League.
Yeah. Has been playing since...
led them to a championship, right?
Yeah, they did, and I looked it up. He's been playing since 2014 for the Taiwan Beer Organization in the SBL. Here comes Radovic. Soft touch, but not soft enough. Yaxuan to Wei Han pulling the trigger, nailing it.
That was great ball movement, great team chemistry there to get Wei Han the open shot, and he knocked it down.
We're seeing Xie Yaxuan shaking off the yips. He's already got 2 buckets and that assist just now. And here comes around the Wako from the corner. Rejected, back over to DEA.
Wei Han again.
Another one! So it's the vets really coming through on both sides also. Wei Han coming off the bench in the second quarter. Right now he's got 9 points on the scoreboard for Formosa Dreamers. Calling for the timeout. And again, we see ourselves a tied score, 38 all. As we take a look at some of the moving highlights. First one coming from Wei Han. So they got a tough schedule as we talked about it. They play the Dreamers today and they play against the new Taipei Kings tomorrow. So these are not necessarily must-win games, but with these quick turnovers, it's a lot on their shoulders to be placed at a better position.
Yeah, the one against the Kings tomorrow will be big because that's the 4 and 5 seeds. You know, then like they played Wednesday, they played today, so it's a lot of games and not a lot of days, and so how they pace themselves, how they can rest guys when they need to, rest the imports, and like today we see some of the locals, Wei Han stepping up. They're going to need more of that. Weihan sees an average of 6.9 points per game. 27% from three-pointer, just 1.3 three-pointers per game. So he's coming up big. Definitely a pass-first point guard, averaging 5.5 assists. That's number 7 in the league.
So the referees rushing the Weihan and Gadifers onto the court. Chasing back, come on, it's the Formosa Dreamers' possession. Back over to Xiaoan. Bashir guarding at number 41. Ooh, ball nearly got poked out there by Xie Yashuan and Tompkins.
That was a tough left-handed layup there.
Yeah.
Gadifor's coming over. But I like that defensive pressure, full court defensive pressure, switching back to man-to-man. See if you can get a turnover coming out of the break.
That pass goes into the hands of Jet. Going back to Dreamers, there's a downhill pass, and there is Tompkins again with the touch. So effective ATO for the Formosa Dreamers, they now lead again. Backdoor cut, they call kickball violation. See a couple of players on the DEA getting some mental errors or kind of playing mind games on their own. So Jinting Zhao comes back into the game. Mo Bish returns also. "14 seconds on the clock. Bashir with a kick out to Radovic, and they're gonna let him fly. Woohoo! 100% effort from Weihan there. He really wants to win today.
Yeah, laying his body on the line there. Great hands, great poke away from the rebound. Couldn't track it down. Good hustle though. That's the kind of contagious energy that he needs to bring as a leader, as the point guard.
Yeah, they need a fire lit under them. I mean, again, we're talking about them experiencing a losing streak on their own. Now, it's not that big of a losing streak, but look, game wins create more chemistry, and that's what they're really needing. Radovic off of Bashir's pass, but a dime. Radovic now with 11 points. Tight on defense, and here comes Eric Holman's shot. No good. Tompkins, check that.
That's you, Taylor. Oh, you almost got it.
I know. Close, but no cigar.
You gotta die for that next time. Go for it.
I don't. I will put 100% effort on broadcasting. I will not put 100% effort on getting those. That is not my responsibility.
You got to touch the game ball.
I did. I just didn't hold on to it. I didn't grip it good enough. We'll work on that, Clive. We'll work on it. As a step back for Chiling Jinji for the 3.
Come on, Abashi did everything he could defensively that way.
Yeah.
Aji's gonna do him like that. Abashi wants to return the favor.
Tough, and here is Radovic again. Here, back-to-back field goals for the import player. I mean, those shots are tough. No matter how good you can guard them, they're just gonna make them. Trying to go for back-to-back threes for the Formosa Dreamers. And here's 100% effort, Mr. Ling Weihan. Contested pass, and here comes Jundeep Ji. Over to Holman. Former teammates bodying up against each other. He finds the space, patient with it. Free throws are coming for Holman.
Yeah, the last couple of possessions, the Dreamers have been a little lackadaisical, it feels like, on defense. Either leaving Radovic wide open there. I know there's a gap there, but you got to kind of make an effort. You can't give him that wide open of a shot. And then earlier, the inside pass, a missed assignment, slow on the rotation. So definitely some stuff that the Dreamers, they just need to keep consistent, that defensive effort. They can't have those gaps, mental gaps.
So Momir Rakovic rotating his players in and out pretty often. Gadivers and TJ return. Kind of saving the energy. So this is Eric Holman's second season with the Formosa Dreamers. Spent a season out in Warsaw before playing his first time out here in Asia. Hit his first triple-double this season against the Taipei Taishing Mars, but it wasn't assists. Instead, it was 10 turnovers.
That counts, huh?
I would say that counts.
Triple-double, the bad kind.
Actually, Marcus Longchar, the season before that, he hit a triple-double with 10 turnovers. So we come back to a 3 minutes, 10 seconds remain. Wei Han finding the landlord, but the hook does not fall.
Gilbeck thought that foul was on him.
They call it on number 76, on our landlord himself. Oh, yeah, there's the holding foul there. Very Taiwanese. Very OG of him, and ball gets poked out. Wei Han with the touch. Had one season, led the league in steals. Guarded by Aji there. And that ball hits nothing but air. That ball gets past to Jet. Couldn't find an opening there.
Tompkins a little slow getting back down the court. Gadifer's really aggressive on that offensive rebound.
Downhill pass to BG. Couldn't find that window to make the bucket. Here is Aji at 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Gotta hurry, gotta go.
That's gonna be tough for Brandon Gilbeck.
That is definitely not Brandon Gilbeck's shot.
No.
Turnaround fadeaway on the baseline.
Again, at this point, not worth putting in all of his entirety into those possessions. Clock is burning once again. Wei Han with a scoop pass to TJ. That shot is contested, way off mark, and Sun Wending gets free throws. They call it on Randall Wacko.
Sun Wending, just a very crafty veteran.
Crafty is a good word to use.
Crafty, yep. One call on him, and that's his call for free throws. He definitely bought both of those fouls. He sold it.
Maybe Guanxi has something to do with it.
Yeah, get to the free throw line. Free throws number 5 and 6 for Zheng. All 3 of his points coming from free throws. At this point in his career, definitely a leader inside, on the court and off the court in the locker room. But also on the court, just, like to provide some stability, calm everybody down, be unselfish, and facilitate the offense a little bit.
Yeah, talk about leadership. We look at his resume. Was with the Shanghai Sharks, the Whales, out in the CBA, played for the Fubon Braves before signing with the DEA back in 2023.
A long-time national team contributor as well.
Yeah. Here comes Xiao An. Splash hit from the top.
Taylor, I would like you to pull up all of Xiaoan's numbers in this gym. Something's happening.
That I could actually do, no problem.
You
yes,
can?
I can.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to do that right now as Victor Gadifers will be at the free throw line. Now, we're talking about this season. Now, I can even pull up his highest record, but let's see.
I mean, Xiaoan, he is definitely carrying the load. 18 points already, Waka with 11. Aji with 8 off of the bench.
Now Aji checks into the game as Victor Gaddefers gets ready. I got your numbers, baby. So at Xinzhuang Gymnasium, Jiangyuan Wayne, he averages 12.5 points per game, a season high against the DEA was 17 points. That was back in November 1st.
I mean, he's committed a couple of turnovers, but he just looks really, really comfortable. He's not hurried. He's, in rhythm. He just looks really good right now offensively.
There's a catch and shoot for Randall Wacko. Return back to sender. There's the scoop and a foul. Might call a warning on Holman.
This is the first time we've seen the 2 point guard lineup for the Dreamers. Good time, I think, for Coach Creighton to employ that as they finish out the quarter. Up by 5, I'm sure they would like to add to it and head into the second half with a more comfortable lead.
Now we've been seeing the two guard rotation come out earlier than we used to. Oh, spoke too soon. Aji's out. As Jet checks back into the game, Randall Walker will be at the line. Now the Formosa Dreamers' last game here, Randall Walker hit his season high 22 points. That game back on January 10th, Formosa Dreamers were hot. They were hitting 55% from the field overall. That was their second best shooting game overall this season. Score now 52-45. 1 minute remain in the second quarter. Gaddefers with a pocket pass. Dewending fumbles the ball, so Xiaoan coming through. Downhill pass to Al-Bashir instead.
Well, Pullman gave it right back.
Here comes TJ from the corner. Bam! Nails a 3 at 32 seconds remaining. Doug Creighton calls for the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, that's potentially a 6-point swing. That was a big-time shot by TJ in the corner.
That's what DEA's liking to see. Again, more of the bench players contributing in today's game. Jinting Zhao, he likes those catch and shoot opportunities from the corner right now. For number 24, he is at 7 points. He is 2 for 3 from the field. As of right now, the second quarter, the Dreamers have scored 29 points, 25 for the DEA. And again, this is after coming out of a tied first quarter, 23-all.
中场游戏呢，刚刚参加的拿到游戏小球的，现在差不多可以来到我们球迷服务处集合了。
Now on this day in pro ball history, the CTBC continue their historical run in wins back in 2022, marking their 13th winning streak against the Taoren Taiwan Beer Leopards. This was back in 2023.
That's the year they won it, right?
That's right. So that was when they had Edgar Jalonis as well as Christian Krajina, now with the Kaohsiung Aquas. So as of right now, based on my homework, 13 games is the longest winning streak of all Taiwan pro ball history.
Yeah, the Dreamers are gonna have to clean some stuff up if they want to have a chance at matching that. A 9-game win streak riding on the line here. Coach Creighton calling that timeout. Just displeased with both possessions, offensively and defensively.
We got the two-guard rotation back for the Formosa Dreamers. The shot clock is at 4 seconds, and Wayne, of course, with the touch of the ball, hits the three from downtown. And Momir Radkovic will call for the timeout for their final possession in the quarter. Wow, can't stop, won't stop, Jang Yurian.
5 of 6 from three-pointers, 3 of 3 from 2. 21 points already here in the first half. It's an outburst by Xiaoan.
Yeah, definitely. This is the most threes that he's hit this season. Betsy's shot was 3 for 5 against the Taipei Taishing Mars on March 22nd. If you take a look at some of his moving highlights in today's game.
And this is all on a really good defensive player, Abashi, who's been guarding him the most time. I mean, maybe we could see some boxing one. I don't know if a pro ball team has ever tried a boxing one, but the zone, he solved that. Abashi's on him. He's pump faking the ball. He solved that problem. Just feeling it right now.
Yeah, he's in his stride. I mean, we talk about game wins, create game chemistry, and this is really Xiaoan in his truest form, I would say, right now.
A scoring point guard.
Yeah, he is a young 34 years old. Plays like he's still in his 20s, quite frankly.
Yeah, and this is exactly what the Dreamers brought him in for. Last season was up and down. He was dealing with a lot of injuries. But this season, you can tell the second year in, he's much more comfortable. Him and Aji are comfortable working together. Coach Creighton has done a great job of finding that balance, bringing Aji off the bench. That's not an easy role for him to accept, I'm sure. And they've navigated all that so far.
Clock starts now, 7 seconds, and it is off the hands of Al-Bashir, but nothing to show for, and at the logo, Ryan just misses.
That looked good.
Trying to put down a logo shot there. Good effort there. We end the first half. The score is 55-48. As we'll come back with a review of the first half. In the meantime, we'll be back with a quick break. Stay tuned for more TPBL.
It's called the Pit. It's a classified prison. It's home to the most violent and dangerous criminals the world has ever known.
There's something more. Can you tell me why I'm actually here?
It was a jailbreak. Someone wanted those killers back out in the world.
How many got out?
A lot. That's why you're here. We need your help to catch them.
The Hunting Party on AXN.
Looks like we have a prison break on our hands.
Making a break for it.
FBI!
This man's cold-blooded.
There's a 12-year-old girl being held captive by a violent murderer.
We cannot let her spiral into terror. Everyone's stuck in the house.
He's been watching you.
Oh my God.
He locked us down here.
FBI. Only on AXN.
We might be looking at our second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work. If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Heads up.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premieres April 12th on AXN.
I've always wanted to be a lawyer.
You are doing what you were meant to do.
We represent people on the worst day of their lives.
That hospital killed my boy.
Let us help you. We're going against the biggest firm in the state.
Mr. Baird, I look forward to some more friendly sparring.
His client is guilty of criminal conspiracy.
Donnie Ray Black was murdered. They knew about it. They covered it up.
What are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker on AXN.
What is that?
Oh my.
My anaconda. We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted. My anaconda. Now we die. It's okay, you're safe. I'm here. Holy! Keep rolling.
Anaconda premieres April 4th, only on AXN.
Terrorists on the loose in Sydney.
Bomb squad's 15 minutes out.
This thing will be over in 3.
Back up!
Fake name, criminal record.
The hell has Blue got herself into?
She's not a serial killer, is she? You signed up to a dating site. You're a catch, Sergeant.
Macca, forgot about the fact that I'm funny.
No, I didn't.
NCIS Sydney premieres April 20th, only on AXN.
It's called The Pit.
Just watch me now. Hey. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No. Stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch me now. Hey. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No. Stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch me now. Hey. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No. Stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch me now. Hey.
而且刚刚弟弟非常热情哦。
We're coming out of a brief timeout. We're in the midst of halftime right now with the current score 55-48 as we take a look at our first half highlights here. As we are talking about Jiang Yu and Wayne really being the key offense for the Formosa Dreamers.
Yeah, and just a quick look at the numbers. The Dreamers have a 7-point lead, but the DEA have actually turned the ball over 3 more times than them. For the Dreamers, I think it's just a little bit lack of effort. That can be intensity level can be upped a little bit, especially on defense. They've allowed 11 second chance points, and they're being out rebounded as well. despite having the size advantage.
Yeah, you know, this is Brandon Gilbeck's return after over a month-long rest since February 8th, and we have noticed that he's not quite, they're not running as many pick and roll plays for Brandon Gilbeck. He's not really putting 100% of his typical effort into this game. Now, he has hit, I did look up a stat, Clive, he did hit 500 career rebounds in TPBL in this game. 2 rebounds ago.
Oh, congratulations.
He hit that huge record for him. So, you know, we still have a whole second half coming up, so we'll see what kind of adjustments they'll make on both ends. And we'll talk a little bit more about the halftime score very shortly. So we'll be back after another break.
There is a possibility that this goes really freaking fast.
That's the job.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
You have 12 hours, or all you will get back are corpses.
How far are we willing to go to get this guy?
Far. We have a chance to nail a traitor with American blood on his hands.
He's not here.
He knows we're after him.
FBI International on AXN.
Looks like we have a prison break on our hands.
Making a break for it.
This man's cold-blooded.
There's a 12-year-old girl being held captive by a violent murderer.
We cannot let spiral into terror.
Everyone stack on the house.
He's been watching you.
Oh my God.
He locked us down here.
FBI. Only on AXN.
Terrorist on the loose in Sydney.
Bomb squad's 15 minutes out.
This thing will be over in 3.
Back up!
Fake name, criminal record.
The hell has Blue got herself into?
She's not a serial killer, is she? Do you signed up to a dating site? You're a catch, Sergeant.
Macca, forgot about the fact that I'm funny.
No, I didn't.
NCIS Sydney premieres April 20th, only on AXN.
We might be looking at our second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Heads up.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premieres April 12th on AXN.
There is a possibility that this goes really freaking fast.
That's the job.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
You have 12 hours, or all you will get back are corpses.
How far are we willing to go to get this guy?
Far. We have a chance to nail a traitor with American blood on his hands.
He's not here.
He knows we're after him.
FBI International.
Just watch me now. Hey. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can tell me how.
Taking a look at the halftime score for game 104. So far in this game, Dreamers from the field overall are shooting better 50% over DEA's 43%. We're talking about three-point shooting also 44%. Big thanks to the local players, particularly from Little Race Car today.
Yeah, Shawan has 5 of 6 from three-pointers, and you know the discrepancy in the score. The DEA, they're just not shooting well. 9 of 21, 5 for 15. So they just need to keep firing away. I think they're doing okay. You know, they need to find a way to contain Shawan, but Abashi only has 4 points. Beach only has 2 points. They're going to need those two guys to get more involved in the second half.
As we take a look at the lead scores on both sides, it is Jangyu and Wayne with 21 points, Nemanja Radovic at 13 points. But we want to talk about the local players, the Formosa Dreamers. They've scored 42 points from the locals themselves. So only 13 coming from the Dreamers as imports. Now, again, this is with BG coming back after dealing with sciatica all month long. Now, I will say there is a better spread between the bench players from the CTBC DEA side. 17 points coming off the bench, as we'll head back into another break, as we'll be back with the start of the second half very shortly.
Just watch me now. Hey. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No, you can't stop me now. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No, stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground.
5 Shu and Taylor Chen presenting to you game 104 live here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. They scored, or they tied the first quarter, but now the Formosa Dreamers have a 55-48 point lead.
Yeah, that's to be expected. The Dreamers just have a lot more firepower, a more well-balanced attack. Right now, I think they're a little lackadaisical on defense, but though the good news is that's all within their control. The turnovers are within control. The defensive intensity is within their control. They have to win the battle of the boards in the second half and hopefully come away with their 10th game in a row, 10th win in a row.
Yeah, I would say for Formosa Dreamers, it's about them coming in with more consistency and playing how they played in the first half, whereas the CTBC, it's more so them kind of playing catch-up. I mean, when we saw Xie Yashen, he's trying to make those field goal attempts. You can really see him pushing and striving, and finally broke that goose egg in the second quarter. He made 2 buckets, got that 1 assist. So I think that's what we should be seeing, the trajectory from the DEA players going into the second half. Now, we saw the lead scorers on the DEA side. Al-Bashir's only scored 4 points.
Right.
He's really busy with defense today. He has to guard the undersized Xiaoan, but he's having a tough time. Xiaoan is really a slippery salamander.
Yeah, it's a tough assignment, and it's tough to play offense and defense at a high level the entire game. Abashi does have 7 assists, so definitely distributing the ball well. But Weihan, he had 3 big 3-pointers for 9 points. Radovic, he has 13. Gadifer's only 5, and we mentioned Beach only 2. So those guys, they're going to have to provide their regular, just their average firepower offensively if the DEA are going to come back and have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, so again, we'll talk, hopefully we won't bring up, this won't be a broadcaster's jinx, but oftentimes for Formosa Dreamers, they have like a drop-off in performance either at the third quarter or oftentimes even towards the end of the fourth quarter. Most of the time, I believe, I don't have the exact numbers, they take the win, but it's not really a formula for a championship team.
Yeah, you're right. You hit the nail on the head there. If you can't have these kind of nap times, siesta times in the middle of a game where you let teams crawl back in. A championship team, they hit the throttle, they hit the gas pedal, and they keep going. They don't care what the score is. They're going to play their game and just put you away. And the Dreamers do have a tendency to let teams back in.
Absolutely. Formosa Dreamers, they've been a strong team since the beginning of Taiwan Pro Ball, but it's always the bridesmaid, never the bride, as they've always hit semifinals, but never the finals, as we start off strong. Radovic, 2 Gadifers. See the 2 imports working like clockwork there. So let's see what the Formosa Dreamers have drawn up with the players on the court. They call offensive foul on number 35, Eric Holman. So in the first half, Eric Coleman's got really only 4 points so far in the game. And again, Brandon Gilbeck, he hits a career milestone in TPBL, now 502 rebounds accumulated in the last 2 seasons. And here comes the 3 from the corner, and they'll take the leftovers.
So Gadafor's 2 quick buckets to start off the second half, and that's exactly what I was talking about. The first one was a cut across the lane. I mean, that's just, it's too easy. You know, you see the pick coming, you have to communicate. And that one a putback, so now he wasn't boxed out. So just basic things I think that the Dreamers can focus on defensively.
Fundamental defense should be for the Formosa Dreamers as Shoan comes through with a fadeaway.
I mean, where would they be this game without Shaoan?
That's a great question. 23 points behind, that's what they would be, as wall-to-wall Jet draws a foul off of Wei Han.
Yeah, Jet quiet this game as well, scoreless so far. If they can get him going, that'll be icing on the cake as well. Holman, you mentioned, just with 4 points. Gilbeck with 2, and Tompkins with 7. So the 3 imports combined have 13 points.
Yep. Yeah, and Jet starting in this game, he, as I mentioned, he had a season high here at Xinjiang Gymnasium. He scored 25 points. So, like you said, Clive, got nothing to show for as of right now, just his free throws. Dreamers still with the lead, 59-52. DEA started off the quarter.
Dreamers turn to flash the zone.
And
wide open. There you go.
There we go. Shea Xiaoshan nails a 3. First 3 in today's game after 2 field goals in the second quarter. Let's see if he warms up even more in the second half. Here comes Trey Tompkins with the tray himself.
Yeah, both teams trading punches right now. Dreamers lead back up to 7.
Shaking off defense, Wei Han rattles in a 3. It's a 3-point competition in the third quarter.
Yeah, gets a friendly bounce there. That's a big shot.
Here comes Jet. Here's the up and under. No good though. Gadifers with the rebound. No entrance allowed for Al-Bashir. Swinging it back over to the wing. Gadifers with 10 seconds returns the favor. Ooh, and what a finish for Radovich.
I really like the energy that DEA has come out with in the second half.
And they come out swinging now with 60 points. They're only behind by 1 field goal, and Randall Wacko had to fight hard for the downhill drive. And here comes Shea Xiaoshan once again. That is his second 3. All made in the third quarter. They are now hot. They take the lead, 63-62.
He's back, Taylor, he's back.
That's right, that's what's up, baby. Critical shots for CTBC DA as Doug Creighton calls for the timeout. They gotta stop the bleeding, so we'll be right back after our breather.
继续延续我们的高潮啊！来，各位哈，待会防守，来。Good job, Get off the defense. Good job. Keep the defense up.
This English broadcast is brought to you by AXN Sports, the newest segment to the AXN Asia University. We are live here at Xinjiang Gymnasium. Doug Creighton calling a timeout after the DEA's 8-point run.
Yeah, starting this quarter 15-7. And Shea Ashrin, he has woken up. He is 2 for 2 from three-point land this quarter. To go along with 4 points for Gadafor and a three-pointer by Wei Han as well.
Ooh, there's a trap effective on Eric Holman. So I talked about Shea Ashrin being the X factor in today's game. Well, so far we're seeing that come to fruition early in the third quarter. Possession still with the Dreamers at 8 seconds. Picked out to the perimeter here. Xiaoan left not much choice from the parking lot. Off target, they call a foul on number 0, Al-Bashir. In a full embrace with Trey Tompkins there, once again, starting from the baseline. Clock is at 14 seconds, so they got more time this time. Pocket pass, and Wayne off the glass for the bounce.
Really smart pass awareness from Wako there, seeing Wayne. You know, everybody forgot about the inbound guy. Easy bucket there for Wayne, and they needed that to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yep. Gadafer's under the baseline. Back over to Yashin. Too short of a pass. He was trying to find Al-Bashir, but goes back to Dreamer's side. Another turnover on the DEA's end. So Wayne with all the touches, trying to get the hook pass over to Tompkins. The right idea.
Yeah, Tompkins thought Wayne was going to shoot that, so he crashed the boards. The Dreamers do usually have guys situated in the corners there. A little miscommunication that time. Nice backdoor cut.
Reverse lane is good for Bashir. He's got 6 points now. And Xiaoan with the last bucket, he's got 25 points.
And that was just two teammates, really comfortable, good chemistry. Just a look, Wei Han, Abashi, between Abashi. And Wei Han knew 100% where Abashi was going.
Call a travel for the Dreamers back over to DEA's side. Jiang Yuan season high this year is actually only 19 points, so he blew right by that easily in this game. 10 seconds on the shot clock, swing it back over to Wei Han. Kick out to Yashin, there we come for the third. Nope, too strong, too deep. As Brandon Gilbeck checks back into the game. Quick pass out to Randall Wako. Splash hit from the corner.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, caught in rhythm. Good find by Xiaoan, and you know, a little bit back and forth here. Settle into the middle part of the third quarter.
Radovich pulls the trigger, hits it, the target. It's another 3 into the third quarter. DEA still with the lead in the third, 20 points. Dreamers behind by making 12 points, and that ball gets stolen like candy from a baby, and there's the alley-oop! Attempt for Al-Bashir. Coming back over is Eric Holman.
I would have brought the house down.
Yeah, I know.
The momentum was building. The DEA bench asking for a foul. Just a little bit too high for Al-Bashir to handle on that lob.
Right idea, couldn't execute there. DEA lead by 1.
后小加边线球，来球发进来，防守一起守
So
下。
Shea Ashred will get some rest on the bench. TJ will be coming into the game in the second half. He scored 7 points. Again, Bashir working hard today on defense, having to guard number 41, and there's a teardrop for Wako.
Wako has really matured and settled into a nice role here on the Dreamers. From year to year, it's been good to see his growth. I mean, and you can see evident as he's carrying those Dreamers on his shoulders right now in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was a tough recovery for Randall Wako as he had an ACL tear.
That's right.
A couple seasons back. It was a slow recovery process, wasn't quite 100% either. He got into a scooter accident last year, so this is really where we see his maturity come through. So that's another foul call on Bashir. With Mo Beach checking back in after Bashir committing his third.
Wow, that was a touch foul. He barely grazed Shawan's elbow. He was nodding afterwards, I guess, so Shawan fortunate to have three shots here.
Yeah. Dreamers will certainly take it. So Dreamers are asking to sub in, but they're gonna wait until after Wayne's free throws. So first coming in is Ryan, number 28. So we talked about Wayne's season high, but his career high is 42 points dating way back in February 12, 2023 against the TSG Ghost Hawks. That was when he was still with the Tauren Taiwan Beer Leopards. With the likes of Lasan Chroma, DeMarcus Cousins as some of his teammates.
That was a fun season for them.
That was fun.
DeMarcus Cousins, Dwight Howard a little bit before that.
Yeah. You know, the Leopards, they eventually kind of had the reputation of being the NBA team, always signing these NBA stars, but we have yet to see one since DeMarcus Cousins winning the T1 championship. He's now out in Mongolia playing for the Bogdans against the Zach Broncos in their finals out in the league. So they call a foul on Wako. DA will start back up from the baseline at 14 seconds. Score now 72-68. Dreamers get the lead once again. There's a quick catch and shoot. Wowza!
Dang.
That was a dagger, man.
That's the Bo Beach specialty right there.
That was poetry in motion for Bo Beach. He's got 5 points in the game. On the baseline, no look pass for Brandon Gilbeck for the N1.
Yeah, Beach just a half a second too late getting over there. Good find by Lou as he drove the baseline, had no intention of shooting it. And good job by Gilbeck, giving him a good passing lane and finding the open spot.
Now, you talked about Brandon Gilbeck's free throw percentage improving over time. Let's see if we see those improvements right now. Overall in the season, he's hitting at 65%. Now, I will say, it wasn't the worst I've seen in Taiwan Pro Ball.
Who's that?
Well, last I checked, it was between Will Artino and Trevion Graham over
was
at
terrible.
the Tauren Buren Pilots. It was sitting around 42, 43%.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Gilbeck's actually a pretty good shooter. If you look at his form, you look at his shot, it's a good shot. So that just shows you that was a good shot by Tsung Wen-ting. It shows you a lot of it is mental.
Yeah, Tsung Wen-ting joining the three-point party in the third quarter as transition. There's a kick out back to Achi, to Holman now. Holman, three is good.
Yeah, that ball kept alive by Gilbeck, and that's why he's in there. That's what they've missed, that inside presence offensively and defensively. Holman cashes in on it.
And both DEA and Dreamers are hitting 45% of their threes right now. And another one? No? Close? But not quite. Four, the landlord. Here's another attempt by Eric Holman. DEA is 6 for 9, while the Dreamers are 3 for 6 in the third quarter alone. TJ way off to Al-Bashir. With the shot clock counting down, he goes in, charging from the baseline, but nothing to show for that possession. Ling Junji coming through the gate. Brandon Gilbeck draws a foul off of Bo Beach.
Make him earn it the hard way. Gilbeck, you could tell he was expecting that contact, try to finish, and Bo Beach did his job, not allowing him to.
They know Bo Beach. Again, former teammates. So he's going to get his fourth foul. Brandon Gilbeck will get another chance at the line. So he's got more touches in the second half already.
Yeah, way more active the second half offensively. Dreamers, Zhang Yuan has 3 fouls, nobody else in foul trouble there. Beach with 4, and Abashi with 3.
So Dreamers still only with 2 team fouls with 3 minutes 19 seconds remaining. Too deep. Jay AXN checking back into the game after a couple minutes of rest, getting trapped. They call foul on Ryan, number 28. So there's the Dreamers' third. Still got some fouls to spare. They're going to restart at 15 seconds. Radovic. Clock stops once again. Another foul call. This time on Ryan again.
Why are they picking on him like that?
Yeah, well.
2 quick fouls there.
Yeah, that now makes his third foul. They start from the baseline, way out to Zhengwending, now to Eric. Finding Bo Beach, and here comes the lay-in. No goaltending call. Debatable there. Ling Junji for the bucket. No good. Shea AXN coming through the gates. Radovic at the baseline. Coming in through the fadeaway, but that hits the iron ring. DEA's got to really work hard for those buckets.
It was a smart move by Aji to just kind of slow things down and settle. Both teams a little chaotic right now offensively. Set something up, use the shot clock.
Randall Walko shot gets returned back over to DEA. TJ back with it. Bo Beach, same spot. Too strong though. Under 2 minutes remain in the third quarter. At one point we saw the DEA lead 20-12 in the third quarter. But just like that, the Formosa Dreamers, they recuperate and they take the lead once again, trying to pull ahead now.
Yeah, you can see they've made a much more concerted effort on the rebounding, especially offensively. Way more second chance points, second opportunities at least, in this third quarter. That one too hot to handle for Zhengwending.
Yeah, he can't be that fast.
He's provided some good minutes, some valuable minutes off the bench. Without Todorovic today, whenever, you know, this is the first time this extended period of time where Radovic and Zheng Wending have been on the floor together. Typically he's been on there holding down the inside when Radovic is resting. But good minutes by the veteran.
Yeah, he's good for the size, and as we briefly mentioned it in the first half, quite crafty on the court, so that was quite beneficial for DEA as Junji from the corner could not nail the three. Bo Beach with a hot potato rebound. "15 seconds on the shot clock, and that shot gets contested and goes in. For Nemanja Radovic, he is with 21 points in this game, 42 seconds on the clock. Achi for the three. Fighting for the board is TJ and Brandon Gilbeck in favor of DEA.
Yeah, that shot was set up beautifully by Bo Beach. Capable post player, but you know that was just for show, going inside and then finding the open man outside. And Radovic knew what to do with that pass.
Holman will check back in for Brandon Gilbeck. Da Han will return to the game after starting. Have yet to see him since the first quarter before TJ gets ready for free throws.
特工换人，黄宏汉上场，还有菲克上场。
Just like that, DEA is only behind by 2 points.
好，现在举高你的长巾，篮板后方的长巾帮我举高，有没有？
Chen Tingzhao, TJ. Pretty one of the more consistent free throw shooters. It's at 87% overall.
Yeah, he's been a nice pickup for DEA, especially coming off the bench. Really knows his role well, and good, capable offensive player. And I think from year to year, if he can continue to evolve and develop that part of his game, he'll continue to be an important piece of this DEA bench.
Wei Jiahao checks into the game, number 7 for DEA. Good work for Chen Tingzhao. He's done for the quarter. So we got 2 players coming in cold at the end of this quarter.
Yeah, Wei Jiahao brought in exactly for what he's doing right now, to harass Aji defensively.
Like white on rice, but Aji now is guarded by the big guy. 5 seconds counting down to the hands of Holman. He's got it tough, but is he gonna make it? No, Wayne and Zheng Wending fights for the rebound. 4 seconds remaining on the clock. Here is Ling Junji coming through with the lane. Call foul on DEA.
The ref pointing very clearly, you got his head. We'll see if we have not had an IRS yet this game.
No, we have not.
What is happening? A whole 3 quarters, no IRS?
Did you calculate how many IRS views we had the last time?
I got distracted. I lost track of that stat.
Man, come
got distracted.
Oh,
I'm keeping track this game though. 0. 0 so far.
Okay. All right. The kids are checked out, but Clive isn't checked out. All right, first one is good, 80 to 79.
Yeah, DEA has to be happy with this quarter, coming back from a 7-point deficit. You know, they look much better on both ends of the floor, especially offensively. And you know, and what we were worried about their offensive production from the bench, there hasn't been a problem. Xie Yastren has come alive with 10 points, Chen Tingzhao with 9, and Zheng Wending off the bench with 7.
From beyond the logo, a little bit too far on the left. Good effort for Victor Gaudiver to conclude the third quarter. DEA outscored the Dreamers 31 to 26 in the third as we cap off the third. Score 81-79. We'll be back for the final quarter here at Xinjiang Gymnasium. Stay tuned for more TPBL.
like we have a prison break on our hands.
Making a break for it.
This man's cold-blooded.
There's a 12-year-old girl being held captive by a violent murderer.
We cannot let spiral into terror.
Everyone stack on the house.
He's been watching you.
Oh my God.
He locked us down here.
FBI. Only on AXN.
Terrorist on the loose in Sydney.
Bomb squad's 15 minutes out.
This thing will be over in 3.
Pack up!
Fake name, criminal record.
The hell has Blue got herself into?
She's not a serial killer, is she? You signed up to a dating site. You're a catch, Sergeant.
Macca, forgot about the fact that I'm funny.
No, I didn't.
NCIS Sydney premieres April 20th, only on AXN.
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Heads up!
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premieres April 12th on AXN.
and Taylor Chan presenting you game 104. We just started in the fourth quarter. Tied game right now, 81-79. That ball gets fumbled by Aji and Weihan starting the fourth quarter. Left wide open. Pulling the trigger off target, and Gaffers picks up the two.
I mean, the Dreamers, if they want to win this game, they definitely have to up their defensive intensity. They didn't do it the second quarter, the third quarter, I mean. And that was just a lack of effort on Holman's part, allowing offensive rebound there. Tough shot from Tompkins to tie this game again, but it has to be won on the defensive end. You can't give them wide open shots like that, and you definitely can't keep giving them second chance points.
Yeah, we talked about the DEA just having to play catch up while the Dreamers' focus is playing all 48 minutes of focus. So in the third quarter, we definitely saw the DEA players coming through. From the bench, they scored 14 points, while the Dreamers' bench only with 6 points to show for.
Yeah, to me, the Dreamers, the entire game, they're playing hard. They're definitely playing hard. Of course you are. But it's just been lacking that extra bit of energy, that momentum this entire game. It hasn't been a very clean game for them by their Dreamer standards, even though they're up by 2 right now.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now, look, we're seeing CTBC DEA really wanting the win. Not to say that Dreamers don't want the win, but you can see DEA really fighting hard. Again, we saw Shea Ashren coming back in stride in the third quarter as Nemanja with a desperate measure of a shot. That's a turnover and potential touchdown for Victor Gaddefers. He draws a foul and is granted free throws.
Yeah, a little careless pass by Holman. And it's not that, like you said, not that Dreamers don't want to win, but DA, they're just a little bit more aggressive. There's a little more sense of urgency for them. Going to the board, going to loose balls, pushing the ball up the floor. So that bodes well for them the rest of this game. I mean, it's still only a 2-point game, so it's anybody's game right now, but Dreamers need to up their intensity level a little bit.
Yeah, for DA, it feels like they're already in the playoffs right now.
And maybe that's what the difference is. Dreamers, they know they're going to go. It's just, that they want that 1 seed. Of course they do. But DEA, you know, literally fighting for their lives right now.
And they're hungry for it. Unfortunately, Gadifers missed his second free throw. You know, luckily for the Formosa Dreamers, as Jet pulls through, reawakening the offense. They have they're done for the rest of the weekend. DEA don't have that luxury. They play the new Taipei Kings tomorrow afternoon. DEA commit their first turnover in the quarter. (85-81), the two-guard rotation is back on the court for the Dreamers. Jet, that swirls out. Bashir fumbling the ball.
Yeah, a little bit out of control there.
Yeah. Not very typical for Bashir.
No.
And very clear foul called on Xie Yaxin. We talked about it, you know, all game long. Bashir's tasked to spend most of his energy on guarding number 41,
Yeah.
Wayne.
It's tough to all of a sudden just pick it up offensively here when the team needs you to in the fourth quarter. The Dreamers, on the other hand, have had the exact same offensive set 3-4 times down the floor.
And they call a 3-second violation for the Dreamers. So a lot of stop and go action between the two teams right now. Turnovers on both ends.
Those are the kind of mental mistakes that you can't afford right now for the Dreamers. Because again, those are all preventable.
Both teams have racked up 16 turnovers total in the game. Here's Al-Bashir down the lane, kick out to Eric from the corner, nothing but net. Touchdown, baby.
I'm really happy for number 10 there in blue because this is the offensive game that both he and the team needed for him.
Yeah, we're all rooting for Xie Yaxin. He's got 13 points coming off the bench today as Holman going in tough against Gadifers. You see the hand touch made by the Swede.
Yeah, Holman just too big, too tall, too strong there for Gadifers on the inside. He caught the ball in great position. A couple of bumps later, makes a trip to the free throw line. Gadifers fortunate that Holman didn't complete that three-point play.
Unfortunate for Gadifers, though, that was his fourth personal foul. Both Beach and Gadifers in some foul trouble. Towards the end of the game, 8 minutes, 37 seconds remain. Holman now at the line. Right now, he's got 7 points on the board. And Brandon Gilbeck checks back in for Trey Tompkins. Wako in for Achi. Still in season play, but right now it certainly feels like a playoff game here at Shenzhen Gymnasium. And what a finish for Victor Gadifers, barely getting a microsecond break on the baseline seats.
Dreamers lucky they didn't get called on anyone on that foul.
No kidding, the score is high now.
Yeah, literally saw him move in the air, get pushed.
As we like to say, the referees can be consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, letting them play right now.
Let's see if DEA can pick up any sort of momentum here. Here's the catch and shoot for Xie Yaxin. Hey, gotta check the air here. Blew the ball out of bounds, back over to Dreamers. We see Gadifers. Too fast for Brandon Gilbeck there. Wako. Back to Jet, down the middle, in it goes.
Great cut there by Jet. coming from the opposite side into the middle. That's what you want to do against the zone. Try and come from the opposite side, get the ball in there, and then from there you have so many different options.
AXN with a pocket pass. Trying to get the reverse lane, but they'll take the free throws. Blocking foul on Brandon Gilbeck. That's his fourth one now. Before free throws, Bo Beach and Zheng Wending will come back on to the court. Actually, we talked about bad free throw percentages. I didn't even notice Gatterford's percentage. It might be wrong on my stat sheet, but it's
bad.
It listed as 47%.
On the year?
Yes.
Yikes.
Big yikes. Got re-signed with the CTBC DEA after having a quick stint here in the 22-23 season. It's a downhill pass. Back over to DEA side. Too far of a pass. Holman should stick to his day job. No quarterback stint.
Yeah, Gilbert can get up there, but I don't know if he wasn't expecting it or just a little bit out of his reach.
I think from our perspective, it looked like just out of reach for BG. Al-Bashir off back to Gattifers. Got a reset there. They call a foul on Jet. Only his first personal foul today. Starting up at the sideline, Bashir will find Zheng Wending.
You know, we mentioned the free throw percentage. Another factor that could come into play is the team fouls. Dreamers at 3, DEA at 2. Dreamers #1 in free throw percentage and DEA last.
Ball gets battered around between Dreamers and CTBC DEA. Now Wayne wants to call for a challenge, but Doug Creighton will let the game go on.
Yeah, Jet was signaling him, don't call it, don't call it. I kicked it out. He knows he kicked it out. Save it for later in the game. Yeah.
It really isn't worth it right now. Score tied 88-all.
More importantly, we want to keep that IRS stat at 0.
Yeah, we don't want Clive to be working that hard.
Priorities.
In and out, Gattifers corralling a important rebound for DEA. 10 seconds, counting down for Bo Beach. Back over to Gattifers. 3-second violation for DEA. Unfortunately for Zheng Wending. Hey, he's the landlord. He should know better.
Yeah, that's his area.
He overstayed his welcome there.
Neither team really wanting to take this game by the controls and kind of run away with it. Both of them playing very similar. It's been kind of just a clunky game this entire fourth and on to the fourth quarter.
Clunky is the right word.
Yeah, not a very good flow to the game so far.
No, a lot of free throw opportunities on both ends. Bo Beach nails the three. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now 91-88. He lands his third three today, coming off the bench.
That's what they brought him in for. That was a big time shot.
Check that, that is only his second one today. He is 2 for 6 from out the perimeter.
Let's see if they can get a stop. Almost.
Wayhan running out of the court once again.
Yeah, nonetheless, that will only give Dreamers 3.9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Wayhan getting a breather on the Dreamers side. Poke the ball out, try to get the ball into his hands. As we roll into that timeout, score now 91-88.
Looks like we have a prison break on our hands.
Making a break for it.
This man's cold-blooded.
There's a 12-year-old girl being held captive by a violent murderer.
We cannot let spiral into terror.
Everyone stack on the house.
He's been watching you.
Oh my god.
He locked us down here.
FBI. Only on AXN.
Terrorist on the loose in Sydney.
Bomb squad's 15 minutes out.
This thing will be over in 3.
Pack up!
Fake name, criminal record.
The hell has Blue got herself into?
She's not a serial killer, is she? You signed up to a dating site. You're a catch, Sergeant.
Macca, forgot about the fact that I'm funny.
No, I didn't.
NCIS Sydney premieres April 20th, only on AXN.
We might be looking at a second ice age.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Let's get to work.
If there's something strange, if there's something weird, who are people gonna call?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Heads up!
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire premieres April 12th on AXN.
Coming out of a called timeout, score 91-88, 2.3 seconds remain. Ball gets poked out again, once again, by 100% effort, Ling Wei-han.
And another careless pass by Holman. He's killing him this half.
No kidding. Talk about the second half turnoff.
Yeah, just defensively on the interior, it's been less to be desired, and a couple of errant passes from Holman. Jet goes down, got elbowed.
Yeah, that was an offensive foul called on Wei-han. Hey, Clive, you know what's happening right now?
No! No!
Not on the screen. The crew chief announced it will be
IRS.
reviewing the IRS. Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, the shark music should come out for that.
It's our first review this time. This was called by the referees. No challenge on either end.
And usually anything to the facial area, will be reviewed.
Oh.
I mean, what they'll look for, I think, was that a natural basketball move? It looked kind of like he could have been trying to get his arm over Jet Chang, but it didn't look very natural to me. What do you think?
It didn't look natural to me either. I wouldn't mind seeing that a second time, but I don't think this will be a very long review. So we're seeing this in real-time motion. There can be a difference between looking at it in slow motion versus regular speed. So we'll take a look. The final call will be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, and that's a big call. That could be potentially a momentum shifter in this game. The Dreamers called a timeout, very good timeout called by Doug Creighton to kind of settle things down. They're down by 3, set something up. Holman turns it over, and then you get this call. So now they're going to get 2 free throws and the possession of the ball. So I mean,
they need it.
Tough.
They need it, as you said. I mean, both the third and the fourth quarter, DEA started off a lot stronger than the Dreamers.
Aji, an excellent free throw shooter, over 80%.
Former Jianxing Keda student athlete, a huge shock in the UVA. His team did not qualify for next weekend's Final Four. At the line for the second free throw, and that one is good. With the unsportsmanlike like foul possession remains with the Dreamers, and unfortunately, it looks like Jet might have gotten a nosebleed after the hard contact made by Wei Han. Downhill pass here. Holman off the glass into the bucket for the two-piece.
And there you go. That's a four-point swing right there. If they would have scored the 3, that could have been a 7-point difference. To DEA's disadvantage. Bo Beach.
He puts it down for DEA.
From Florida on that one.
Holy cow, that's 2 threes made by the bench player. Cole traveling on Ling Junji. So talk about the momentum being swung back and forth between the two teams.
Whew.
Oh my goodness, you're right, all the way from Florida.
And the kids at home, don't be mistaken. That's a shot that he's practiced over and over and over again. He's not just letting it fly in a 2-point game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he's really been a sniper in the second half. Trey back in the game, corrals a rebound.
That's a big stop for the Dreamers. Let's see if they can come back over and capitalize as we head into 4 minutes here left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
They went inside the last time. Let's see if they try and do that again.
Lead is changing back and forth. Coleman trying to get the lead back, and it's a foul on Radovich.
Got called from a push from behind. Tompkins might have sold it a little bit.
Are we talking about embellishment?
Very adamant. Holding him there. I mean, the momentum of both of them going up just kind of pushed him forward. Nothing you can do about it, so you got to go. Next play, move on. Don't let it hang over your head.
They got 14 seconds to make something happen here. 2 guards on the court for Dreamers. Achi's going around. This time Bashir tasked to guard at number 11. Wako lands on the floor and off foot. They'll take the 2-piece made by Trey Tompkins.
Tompkins working hard on the boards. Just when the Dreamers need it, that's huge. First for the call for the foul, and now for the putback.
Top shot made by Shirashin.
He's got to take us out to dinner.
He is in his
called it.
Now, 97-94. Clive, you certainly called it.
Big time from Xie Yaoxuan.
You might need to buy a scratcher later on. And here's a pass to Eric Holman. Punishing the rim. Basket does not count. But Dreamers will get a chance at the line. Pushing foul is called on Bashir.
The Dreamers finally trying to take advantage more of their size on the interior. They haven't really been doing it, looking in there all game.
Nasty stuff. We're really seeing Xie Yaoxuan on the come up after the first half. But we haven't seen many runs in this quarter.
No,
Again, we talked
haven't.
about a very rickety start. Nobody really was taking the reins.
Yep.
In and out for that free throw. That's a relief for DEA. Moyhan at the controls, finding the backdoor cut in Al Bashir. Got 8 points on the board, and now they have the 2 field goal lead.
This is when both teams need to dial it up a notch. The mental focus, the execution. You just got to make sure you execute and no lapses in assignment. That was a big bucket by Achi, a tough floater in the lane.
Yeah, over Radovich at that. So they have the hometown advantage of their crowd. Here comes Bo Beach at the baseline for the lay-in. Too strong though. Radovich will happily take the leftovers.
Radovich having a huge game offensively. 23 points now, going with 8 rebounds. It's a risky move right here, going zone.
And here comes Wako. That goes in and out too strong. Radovic, as you said, Clive, is having a game right now. 23 points on the board. Dimanja Radovic with the touch again, finding Bo Beach. Quick play. Went faster, not ready. Shea Ostren dropping another three. What a sniper!
Let it out, buddy. Let it out.
Oh my goodness. Radovic spreads the needle to Shea Ostren at the corner. He pulled the trigger. He hit the target. He is now with 19 points in this game. He is 5 for 8 from out the perimeter.
Oh man, it's gotta feel good.
What a comeback for Shea Ostren.
Yeah, after only scoring 2 points in the previous 3 games, he is busting out big time today.
Quick thinking by Bo Beach with the assist.
And you can tell how happy his teammates, the entire bench erupting.
Huge celebration for the DEA side. And again, we really saw the struggle that Shea Ostren was experiencing just in the first quarter alone. But, you know, like we mentioned, oftentimes local players will just completely shut themselves off and down. They'll stop making any attempts, but that was a pure opposite for Shea Ostren. He just kept trying and kept chipping away, and just like that, he's coming off the bench, leading the bench in scoring.
Yeah, and credit the DEA coaching staff. I mean, earlier I saw Bo Beach after a pass to him where he missed a layup, go right up to him, tap his head and say, "Don't worry about it, man, next play, keep going." You got to give him the confidence to be able to keep shooting, to keep attacking, and it has definitely paid off. He has turned it around here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the yips. Seriously, the last 3 games, he only scored 2 points in one of those games, the other 2, 0. So the last significant amount of points he scored was actually against the Formosa Dreamers back on March 14th. They played down in Taichung. 4 seconds on the clock. Trey Tompkins, no good on the 3. They reset out from the perimeter. Too short still with the Formosa Dreamers.
A third chance.
Contested shot from the corner. Aaron Coleman lets it fly.
Backbreaker. Crucial time, up by 7. You give the other team 3 chances, and that's what's going to happen. Now they got to capitalize on there and come back down and make a defensive stop and put this W in the bag.
They lead the league in rebounds for that reason. The step back 3 for Al-Bashir is too short. Ooh, no call made by the referees there. The game clock continues onward. Shawan pump faking. Gets free throws as Radovic makes contact.
Yeah, just a 2-possession game here with 45 seconds left. Assuming Shawan makes these 2, it'll be a 2-point game.
Surprisingly misses the first.
I'm also a little surprised DEA has stayed in that zone. It's been working so far, but I mean that's what's going to happen. You're going to give it. Your tendency is you're going to give up more offensive rebounds, and you're going to let shooters in the corners, and then you're going to leave the open middle for guys to drive in. We'll see if they continue to choose to stay with it, or if they make a defensive adjustment.
Yeah, look, I will say, I'm going to give a lot of credit for Doug Creighton in this game. He's been calling timeouts at the right timing. I mean, we saw just an 8-point run in one of the quarters, and he was quick to call the timeout. When Shea Ostren hit a critical 3 in just that moment, called for a timeout, killing any sort of momentum that DEA could create.
Yeah, he definitely has a very good feel for the game and understands what his team needs. Today, I think it was just, if they don't win this game, if they in fact lose this game, to me it was just a lack of effort. So that's frustrating, but at the same time, that can be easily fixed. They just lacked, that oomph for this game, both defensively and offensively, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, and again, you know, we give credit to the coaching staff. They got a lot of experience with Jamie Perlman, Daniel Kim, and picking up free agents in these last couple of seasons. But, you know, we talk about it for good reason, where they have a hard time finishing, completing all 4 quarters strong. And this is why, again, we only see them at the semifinals, never pass that part into the finals. And again, this isn't a playoff game, but it's certainly being played like one. So if this is a foreshadow to the playoffs this season, well, this is what we might get.
Yeah, and a total of 12 turnovers this half, after just committing 8 in the first half, for a total of 20. You know, earlier in the season, that was their Achilles heel, the turnovers. They have played, you don't win 9 games without improving and finishing games that you would otherwise previously would have lost. But this, for me, definitely is a step in the wrong direction for them. And I think it'll be a disappointing result for them.
DEA's ball still. The big guys make hard contact against each other. It was Radovich and Trey Tompkins. He's still on his all fours, slowly getting up, recuperating.
Yeah, DEA, I mean, give them credit. They definitely have played well. Radovich has come up big. Shea Yashun off the bench has come up big. But they just haven't really tried to win this game, it feels like.
Momir Radkovic calls for his last timeout in the quarter. 35.3 seconds remain. Score 104-101. Now, I don't think in this entirety of the game there was a 10-plus point lead.
Yeah, it hasn't hit double digits. No, it's been within single digits the whole time.
Now, we look at between these 2 teams, Dreamers have a 1-game lead over DEA, 3-2. But when we look at the win-loss point differential, it only averages to 8.6 points. So these are all pretty close games between the 2 teams.
And I'm sure this is good news for the Lioneers. They're 2 games behind Dreamers, and they still have 2 more games to play. So the Lioneers making their push, you know, for second place and possibly even first place. So although the playoff picture is sort of taking shape with the top 5 teams, it's still a lot of fluctuation, a lot of variables heading into the season. And as a fan, you know, this is what you want. You want every game meaningful, and as rooting for your team, trying to make that playoff push heading into the playoffs on a high note.
Absolutely. I mean, look, we've only got 20. I'm counting down. We've only got 23 games left in the regular season before playoffs. And who knows? We don't have the playoff schedule officially out yet. We're not really sure how quick of a turnaround it is, whether we got a week, 2 weeks, whatnot. But hey, look, it's an exciting game to play here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. Unfortunately, CTBC basketball is going on, but baseball, on the other hand, game delayed today. They canceled today's game.
Lots of rain.
Yeah, postponed it to another day. Pretty common around this time in the spring for the brothers down in Taichung. As we start back up, 13 seconds on the clock, trying to find an opening in the baseline. 10 seconds counting down on the DEA side. Lot of pressure defense being run on DEA. That shot was tough. It's too short. Bashir corralling the rebound. They've got the possession. Wei Han with a recovery. They call foul on Dreamers.
Wow, that was a really late call.
Yes.
Bo Beach just drained it from logo shot.
No, he made it way after that whistle call.
But the backbreaker there was the offensive rebound by Arashi.
Yes, that was tough.
You know, over the smaller Xiaoan. He played 23 good seconds of good defense, and then you give up the offensive rebound.
So this time, Doug Creighton calls for his last timeout. Both teams have short timeouts, though. So that's 30 seconds. So regulation clock, 15.1. Shot clock is at 14 seconds.
Yeah, it's DEA's ball out of bounds, correct?
Correct.
So 15 seconds left. You're down 1 possession. You have to be really aggressive on the inbounds pass and go for the steal. And then maybe let another 4 or 5 seconds go by before you foul.
Yeah, Dreamer.
Hopefully they don't make their free throws and come down and try and tie the score.
And Dreamers were fortunate enough where they haven't hit the penalty yet after Eric Coleman's foul there. Late call made by the referees.
And if you're DEA, you make the sure pass. You don't. If it's a wide open layup, you take it. Otherwise, you just take care of the ball and try and run the clock out and make your free throws when they foul you.
So Dreamers will be off the rest of the weekend while the DEA will have tomorrow's matchup against Kings. But right now, these are the most important 14 seconds in what feels like a playoff game between these two teams. So Weihan will be starting off from the sideline. Skip pass over to Bo Beach at the logo, and Jet intentionally fouls Bo.
Bo Beach, a good free throw shooter too. He is at 90%.
That is very consistent.
So, assuming he makes these two. Oops, my bad.
Broadcaster's jinx. Sorry, Bo.
A 1 or 2 possession game after these free throws. The Dreamers, you know, they got to push the ball, come down, get a quick 2.
All right, 1 for 2 there. Bo Beach today, 12 points. Well done for the import player. He made 3 of his 7 of his shots from the outside. Dahan and Gadifers will check in before the short timeout called by the Dreamers.
Yeah, but in addition, you know, to the offensive contribution from Bo Beach, what I've been noticed about him this game is just some of his leadership on the court. You know, with Xie Yaxuan, corralling the guys, encouraging guys when they need a little pick-me-up. I think that's a valuable part of his game, what he brings to this team as well. Along with Gadifors, you know, Todorovic not out there, Radovic picking up the slack offensively. So good team win, I think, for the DEA. If they hold on here, something they can build off of. Win tomorrow, you know, and put themselves in position to make a final push their last 5-6 games.
Yeah, this is a rotation that has really worked. I mean, you talked about Radovic. He leads in scoring 23 points in today's game. Mind you, this is the same rotation that actually lost against the Formosa Dreamers back when they played head-to-head here at Xingzhuang Gymnasium. Again, this was with the DA being outsized by Dreamers imports. The Dreamers were just out shooting, lights out, hitting 55% of their shots. It's a different story and different outcome right now, as DA, they managed to take the lead with 13 seconds in regulation. Final possession, lobbing it outwards over to Eric Coleman. And Tompkins with a contested shot, makes the 3!
Wow.
For the tray, and Gadifers calls for the short timeout.
Because now when they foul and they make free throws, it's still a 1-possession game. Big time shot by Tompkins there. Woo-hoo.
Wow,
Yikes.
From downtown. 105-104 in this quarter. We have the score 26-23 as we take a look at Trey's shot. That was a tough one too.
Abashi put his hands down, didn't want to foul him. But in that situation, you should still definitely keep your hands up. At least affect his shot a little bit. I mean, it's totally understandable he didn't want to foul him and give him an and 1. And give credit to Tompkins for making that 3.
So both coaches are out of timeouts.
Yeah.
So for the players must call for the short timeout before the referee obliges. So that was on Gadifer's. So there are times in Taiwan Pro Ball where, you know, you got a player with a lack of experience, he inbounds the ball before remembering it's his responsibility to call for those quick timeouts. 8.7 seconds, DEA.
I expect the Dreamers, sorry Taylor, I expect the Dreamers to foul right away here to give them some time to set up a three-point play.
Ooh, hard contact on Beach by Jet. Hit his face. And look what they're doing, Clive!
No, not again.
How many is that, Count Dracula?
Two.
Okay.
I've been keeping track of this game.
All right, so the referees will be taking a look at the IRS to see if they need to upgrade that to an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, that could be a huge, huge call because then they'll get 2 free throws and the ball back.
Ah, okay. So look, from our perspective, I could not quite tell why Bo was reacting the way that he did, but you could see Jed going for his neck there.
I mean, I do think Jet was going for the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Bo was shielding it with his body very well. But I don't think there was any malintent there.
I think, though, my issue is he kept swinging his arm downward.
Just a common foul.
Yeah. So only 2 IRS reviews so far. 7.8 seconds. Anything could happen with Bo Beach at the line.
Nothing against the IRS review, just for the record.
No,
It does break up the momentum, the flow of the game a little bit. And I think the refs have done a great job of picking their spots on where to in fact review the play. Big free throws for Bo Beach. Makes the first.
So just when I thought he was done, he's back on the court, getting those free throws in. 13 points.
Oh, offensive
Bashir
rebound.
corralling the rebound, and he picks up free throws for himself. Eric Coleman will pick up another foul. Fourth one. Now Bo Beach is done. Gadifers will check in.
Yeah, making the defensive substitutions here. I mean, that wasn't any fault of Holman. That ball just off the back iron, bounced further out. Al-Bashir there to clean it up.
This has been quite a extended fourth quarter, as coaches called all of their timeouts, short timeouts included. We're still got seconds on the clock, 5.7 seconds for Bashir's second free throw. And no more timeouts, so the game clock will continue on. Jet will be inbounding.
If you're a DA, do not foul. Let them shoot it.
Quite a shot for Trey. He doesn't hit it, and CTBC DEA take the win for game 104. What a tight matchup between these two teams. The final score is 108-104.
Yeah, that's got to feel really, really good for DEA, their entire staff, all the players. Congratulations, ending the Dreamers' 9-game win streak, doing it here at home, and taking control of this game here in the latter parts of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we talked about Dreamers having an impressive run in the first half, running fundamental quality Dreamers ball, but unfortunately, DEA just had a much stronger comeback in the second half, particularly coming from Xie Yashen. He is the X factor, the game changer in tonight's game. 19 points, shot 5 for 9 from the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Him included. The DEA were 12 for 24 in the second half from three-point land. So that's exactly the game that Shea Yashun needed to have. He put him on his shoulders. Congratulations to him. It's got to feel good for the entire team. Now they can celebrate tonight and then come back tomorrow and get ready for the Kings.
So celebrate not too hard.
Not too hard, not too hard.
They got a quick turnaround, and congratulations for CTBC DEA. But on an amazing feat for the Formosa Dreamers, they hit a 9-game winning streak, but put a lid on it. It's an end game for the CTBC and DEA, and it felt like a playoff game today. So
yeah, definitely had that vibe to it.
Absolutely. So thank you again for tuning in to a TPBL match. Clive, it's a pleasure calling another game with you. And we'll catch you at the next one. See ya.
Peace out.
Just watch me now. Hey. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No, you can't stop me now. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. No, stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch